Welcome to the Guided Tech channel, and thank you for watching this video. I'm going to go through the tips in part one and break them all down. If you're using it for work, you might want to consider something that you can get encryption on. Well, you can really get encryption on anything, but you want to make sure that you might want to make sure that it's encrypted. Or if you're using it for personal use, you want to make sure that it can accommodate all of your hardware. Maybe in your home office you have external devices that you need to connect, or if you have gaming devices that you need to connect, you want to consider the GPU, which is the graphics card that's installed on the machine. You want to look at the specs of the machine, and you want to see how many displays it can run. You may buy a machine that's maybe on the lower end and it can only run 1 or 2 monitors, where you're thinking you can run a big, huge curved monitor, or it can run like 5 monitors. But you would have to see what your processor can handle. So that's the first step. You want to know exactly what are you using it for, and use that to guide you. And if it's not something that you are going off the internet to do, like if you're doing everything on the internet, you probably don't even really need a laptop or a desktop. You can probably get away with a Chromebook or just a regular tablet. You can get a tablet that has a huge screen and you can see just as well. And some of them you can even hook up external monitors and things too, or you can connect wirelessly different devices to them. So those are just some things to consider. Tip number 2 I gave is, how much are you willing to spend? Have a budget. Don't just go online or go in the store and just buy anything, because you might get that thing and then doesn't do anything that you needed it for, what the intended purpose is. So you want to have a budget and also a range. You want to have a top end and a bottom end of what you're going to spend for the laptop. Don't go into the store and let the salesperson sell you, because they will. That's their job. They're gonna sell you everything if they can. So you wanna go in with your budget and knowing exactly what it is that you want. Tip number 3 is, do you need to move around with the machine or stay stationary? So if you need to move around, then likely you're gonna need a laptop. And with a laptop, you're going to want a docking station, because with a docking station, it would just be easier to plug all of those external devices into the docking station. And the docking station is what will stay stationary on your desk at home, in your home office, or at your work office, wherever it is. And when you're ready to leave, you just eject that one cable and unplugs everything and from your laptop, and you can just take the laptop with you. And you can use a laptop wherever you have internet connection or hotspot, in the park, any public places that you need to do some work. So you need to consider if you want to move around. If you're not going to move around, if you're just going to stay at one place and do all of your work, then you want to consider a desktop. Or if you're buying a Apple product, then an iMac, or whatever it may be. Tip number 4: what external hardware do you need to connect to this? Now, this is very important, because you may buy something, and when you get home to hook it up, you might see only one port. Now, it doesn't mean that one port can't accommodate all of your external hardware, but you have to know what to do to get it to work, right? So is that port a USB port that can stream video in and out? Can it stream audio in and out? Like, what does that one port do? You need to find out the specs on the laptop that you are considering. Doesn't necessarily mean that it won't work, You just have to know what the specs are and know what you need to get it to work. So you may just need a docking station to plug into that one port, and then you plug everything into the docking station, and then everything works. Or you might get that one port and it's just a data port, and none of your monitors are going to work. So that can all boil down to price. That's why I'm saying you need to know how much you're going to spend, what it's going to be used for. If it's going to be a laptop or a desktop, you need to know all those things, and then you can decide how much you're going to spend and what ports it's going to come with, so that those ports can accommodate what you're using it for. Tip number 5 is the specs of the machine. Now, this can be a little bit more technical, but I think it's important for people to know as well. So you want to go onto the manufacturer's website of whatever brand you're looking at, and you want to see what the technical specs are for the machine. So, for example, if it has 2 or 3 USB 3.1 slots, or if it has an HDMI slot, if it has SD card slots, if it has a USB-C or Thunderbolt slot. You want to know exactly what ports are on the machine. You want to know the specs of your processor, so you can find out what processor you have, if you have Intel, if you have AMD, and go to that manufacturer's website and see. You might have 2, 3, 4 monitors that you want to run, but that doesn't mean that the machine you're considering can do that. So you have to look at the processor and see how many displays it can run and at what speed. So you want to know what resolution it needs to be on in order to run that amount of monitors. So there's certain specs you want to look at. You want to look at your hard drive size. You want to look at your memory size. I personally don't like to recommend that people go with the bare minimum recommendations to run the operating system on the machine, because the majority of folks like to run multiple things at one time. And if you have the bare minimum of memory in your machine, it's just going to drag and slow it down. And most of us don't like to wait. So if you have a machine with 12 gigs of RAM, it's going to be crawling. It's going to crawl. You want to get something with at least 16 gigs of RAM minimum on your machine. And you can specify all those things, especially if you're buying it online. You can specify those things, and you can filter those things and add that to your cart and pay to customize if you need to. So I just wanted to go over those tips. Now with the warranty, very important that you consider warranty at the store versus warranty direct with manufacturer. Me personally, I've had a better experience with a manufacturer warranty because it has the option of coming to my home office. At the store, if I get the one in the store, that means I have to take it to the store each time for them to repair it. With the type of work I do and the type of time I have, I need somebody to come here and fix it right away, and that's it. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, you're a tech, you can fix it yourself. Yes, I can fix it myself. But if it's under warranty, why would I do it? I'm going to let the manufacturer do it, because if I do it, now it's out of warranty. Okay, so it's better if something is under warranty, let the warranty take care of it. Otherwise, you can take it out of warranty and you end up having a machine that if it breaks down the line, you can't do anything about it. You're going to lose on that machine. You want to exhaust everything that the warranty offers on your machine. So that's my best advice for when you are buying a laptop. And I hope you enjoyed this video.